Thanks,
Yeah, brother. Thank you.
Appreciate
Yeah,
you.
bro. I listen to your shit now.
Okay. Yeah. Say that one more time.
Hey, you already know. You know, I listen to my man Ego. Y'all got to represent and tune in.
All right, boss.
He speak the realest.
Okay.
I appreciate you.
Okay.
DeontayWilder said he don't care to talk about lineal champions and all that, and after he beats Tyson Fury, all that talk dies. What up, Fight World? It's your boy Ego, and I'm back with some more boxing. Make sure you smash the like button. Also subscribe to the channel for the latest and greatest in boxing. If you want to become part of the gang notification gang, please hit the bell icon. Shout out to the super chats, channel donations, the Venmo donations, the Cash app, and the Patreon family. We working. Sign up for ESPN Plus below using my link. It does help the channel. Conor McGregor versus Donald Cowboy Cerrone is coming up, and you can purchase that pay-per-view, ESPN Plus pay. When they did that, it didn't make the best fights available. Canelo didn't fight Charlo. That would have been a great fight, especially put in Vegas, Texas, wherever, right? Lomachenko didn't fight Devin Haney, who was calling him out, right? So we got the fans once again got robbed of great fights that could have happened for this lineal mess. And as soon as Wilder, who was in camp for Ortiz or whatever fight, he was asked about it, he said, no offense to WBC, I'm a WBC champion. No offense to anyone who's taking that, but that's not really for me. I don't think it represents what I'm trying to do. And if they want to overlook me and pick someone else for the franchise champion, so be it. I don't need that. He said part of the fun in the games is to have a mandatory who's upset because he's been waiting and he feels he can beat you. And, you know, I need those types of challenges, basically. So he denounced that. He said he don't need that. He don't need no assistance. He'll fight his mandatories as they come, right? The Ring magazine, he already told you. You heard the quote. He says, Golden Boy, they hated on me. And this is true. Ring magazine, even though Fury, only for non-black fighters have I seen this happen, where you can lose or get knocked out and then still come back and talk crap about the other person, like Conor McGregor. He could still talk about Khabib Nurmagomedov and Nate Diaz, people who beat him after they beat him, you know, submitted him, hurt him, dropped him, and he could still come back, and people are supposed to act like, you know, this is all, you know, Floyd Mayweather beat Conor McGregor. He still talk crazy about Floyd Mayweather, and people are just supposed to believe it. Same thing with Tyson Fury, right? And even though Tyson Fury got knocked out, part of aside from the lineal junk, apart from that, the part of his claim to fame is what he's battled and mental health and what he's overcome and how he's supposed to be this big symbol for, you know, I don't know, battling your demons or whatever ESPN, all these Lifetime movie storylines they're trying to come up with for Tyson Fury. And people bought into it and liked it and all this. And Ring Magazine even said that Tyson Fury was the #1 heavyweight. So I'm happy that Golden Boy owned Ring Magazine. Wilder's denouncing the title because, you know, what has Golden Boy done for any PBC fighter since the split with Al Heyman? Nothing. You know, badmouth them, gave bad rankings, clout chased their names without intentions of making the fight. You know, De La Hoya said, hey, Wilder, you should be over here with Golden Boy and get with the real promotion. You know, just stuff like that. But Wilder said what it is. He says, my career's blooming. I'm at the height of my careers. And, you know, I like my team and blah, blah, blah. And then on top of the Ring Magazine, so we've already went through 2 titles that he denounced, and he explained why, which I think are all valid reasons. And then he said the lineal stuff dies with Tyson Fury. Who doesn't? How can you not respect this behavior, right? And this is what old media did not expect. They did not expect a channel like mine to stick to my guns and ride with Wilder. They thought that they could scare us and knock us off of our positioning and giving Wilder his just due credit for what he was doing in his career. Entertaining, knocking people out, and standing by his convictions. They thought they could just say Wilder's a bum and bum squad and he needs to fight Dillian White. He's ducking Dillian White. He's ducking AJ and, who cares about 50 million and he don't deserve 50-50. They thought they could say this rubbish and nonsense that Eddie Hearn and Joshua were spouting out, and that it was going to somehow tarnish Wilder's his regular image and the way he was viewed. But Wilder has broke the mold with the help of new media, and he's tried and tested. Now he's at an all-time high. He's the face of boxing. Even people that didn't even like him before are starting to become fans, and that's how you know when you've arrived, really, because your previous detractors start becoming fans. Like, you got to get new haters because the old ones start to like you, and that's what's happened for Deontay the Bronze Bomber Wilder. So it's exciting to see what's next. They got a press conference for Tyson Fury versus Wilder 2 tomorrow. It should be explosive. To my knowledge, this is the only press conference before fight week, and I didn't know if they were going to do one. The week of Gervonta Tank Davis's fight in December, they were supposed to do some promo stuff. Tyson Fury did a college game or something like that. Wilder was under the weather. So I wasn't sure if they were going to do a press tour or whatever. There was reports that they weren't doing anything, like the fight was sold, but I'm glad they kind of came to their senses. Even though it's like Wilder saying the fight is sold based on the first fight, it's still good to see them face to face, see what they have to say for each other after fighting once. Tyson Fury put out a video, called him a B word, things like that. So it'll be good just for the cameras and just for photo ops and stuff like that, and help sell the fight even more so. But really like what Wilder's standing for, his principles and values, and he's not breaking his word or his balls for nobody, and that's a commendable trait. That's an alpha male trait, and not everyone has that. There's a lot of people that have been in Wilder's position, especially black men in boxing, and you hear all this bullshit from old media, and they'll try to scare you and make you fret and fearful of what you have to say and how you say it, and they want certain fighters, namely the black fighter, they want them to not be outspoken. I mean, just look at Muhammad Ali, Floyd Mayweather. They don't want you to act like that. Broner, say whatever comes to mind, speak your piece, and unapologetic. And that's what Wilder's been. He said he want to catch a body, He says that he doesn't care about this title or this title, then that's what he said. He said he's going to knock someone out, he knocks him, you know what I mean? So Wilder has been a person who spoke it, speak it, believe it, receive it, and all these little taglines and mantras that he comes up with. And I like this notion. I like where his head's at regarding the lineal titles and not needing it, because again, this all stems from Tyson Fury. There was nobody in boxing that was talking about lineal titles and Jack Johnson and all this extra stuff until Tyson Fury. But this became a selling point, because when non-black fighters, especially Caucasian fighters and things like that, they always come with like a storyline and a backstory to try to help sell and to make it like this person is the one. You know what I'm saying? So that's what ESPN carefully crafted. An invisible belt that no one can see. Like, what does the lineal belt look like? Is it an actual manufacturer belt? Do you pay sanctioning fees? Do you have a mandatory? Because every other belt in boxing, you have an order of operations and mandatories and sanctioning fees that are due. But what about the lineal belt? So is Tyson Fury paying a sanctioning fee for it? He don't have any mandatories. He's been able to handpick, him and his team, whoever they want to fight. Otto Violin, Tom Schwartz. They just get to pick who they want. Meanwhile, guys who have real belts have actual obligations and mandatories that they have to fight, etc. So it just really was a storyline that ESPN used and abused, in my opinion, to help sell and make it look like Tyson Fury, who couldn't beat Wilder and impress the judges enough to get the actual victory. I don't care what the fans say. I'm talking about what the judges say. It was a good fight, it was a close fight, and it was a draw. And really, it could have ended in a knockout, so it should have been a Wilder victory. Because most refs, when they seen Tyson Fury snoring, they would have just waved it off right then and there. So, no matter what you say, it ended in a draw. Tyson Fury did not collect that green strap, so they needed something for Fury. But it doesn't really make sense, because we're living in the past. The Klitschko fight was in 2015, November of 2015. And again, no mandatories. You get to take a break for 3 years without, you relinquish every other belt except for maybe the Ring Magazine belt, something like that. And you're supposed to be a champion when you come back. It doesn't make sense. David Benavidez did coke, and he had to give up his WBC belt, and he had to later come back and fight another active champion, Anthony Durrell, and beat him in order to get that belt again. Period. How you disappear for 2-3 years, inactive, gain weight, get fat, do drugs, and we're supposed to recognize like you still have your spot in line. It doesn't make sense, but this is what they want to tell. Oh, no one's beat Fury, so he's still the champion. That's not how it works, sir, because again, similar situations. David Benavidez, who also had tested positive for coke, he got put as a champion emeritus or relinquished his belt or whatever, and wasn't recognized as a champion. Active people that were ranked with the WBC, like Anthony Durrell and Yildirim, end up fighting for his old belt, and he had to come back and fight for his belt. Tyson Fury didn't do that. So there's no way you should be able to take a 3-year hiatus or sabbatical and then just come back and we're supposed to recognize you. Like, that's like Floyd Mayweather after he beat Berto, disappearing for 2.5 years, and he allegedly has some belt when he comes to fight Conor McGregor. You know, that's not how it works. How do you disappear while everyone else is active and fighting for rankings and putting on good shows and stuff like that, and you just come back 2-3 years later when you want, and you're supposed to be recognized as the champion because nobody beat you? I mean, it's asinine, and I'm glad Wilder's putting his foot down. My thoughts: if you love what I'm doing, smash the like button. As always, hate, comment, and subscribe. Till next video, it's Ego signing off.
So if you enjoyed this video and want more content like this on the channel, you can show your appreciation by going to the PayPal donate button or the YouTube support button, and you can donate any amount that you feel is equivalent to the value of this video. Much more to come. Thank you guys for your support. Boxing Ego, the future of boxing.